retirement product. What makes Mutual of Omaha's 401k product so attractive in this space? Competitive pricing. Now, there's a gentleman fighting for his life down in Omaha. His name's Mark Jewett. That man goes to war for you. And he goes to war with my general manager, and I feel like Chris owns the other half of his ass that he didn't leave the other side over in the hospital. But they fight for pricing for you. Eric, Mark, they go down there. That's the benefit, the old Mutual of Omaha network when it comes to competitive pricing. If we don't feel we're competitive on the street, we're going to get the billy club out, go down and talk to the actuaries and figure out what is. Because at the end of the day, we're the home office's client. And they have to earn our business every day. Flexible plan design options. Not every 401k is the same. There are 3 different levels of fiduciary support. Not every one is important for each of the plans. But we're going to design a 401k package that protects and serves your company on your terms. Investment lineup tailored to your employees, extensive plan support, local dedicated 401k advisor. There it is again, the power of you. The power of you being local. Investments, you see Mutual of Omaha out there anywhere? We don't eat our own cooking. We don't double dip. We're not principal funds. We're Mutual of Omaha with independent screened investments. What we have found. So I talked to you earlier about the 3 reasons why people move. This is another great catchphrase that I use in the sales presentation. Mr. and Mrs. Business Owner, we feel that there are 3 types of investor in every retirement plan. Is your 401k built to cater to all of their needs? In every retirement plan, there are people who are going to do it themselves. They have their outside advisor. They read the Wall Street Journal. They're on Yahoo Finance at 10 o'clock in their boxer shorts, changing their investments every day. We can't change those people. We can make ourselves available, but our website allows for all of the research to be completed, investment changes to be entered and made, but it caters to people who will ultimately do it themselves. You have some people within your organization that want some help. They want to meet with our advisor group. That's probably like your B and C clients. They want some help, but they don't want 17 calls a year. Those individuals want to help go through a roadmap, a model, answer some quantitative, qualitative questions. They're probably target fund investors. They're probably Morningstar Services investors. And then there's people who just want you to do it all. They're the people that their statement comes and goes in the circular file that goes out to the curb every Tuesday. They haven't looked at it. So you have the ability, as the advisor, to help them make those decisions. Enlist Morningstar to make all those investment decisions for them. Use the Smart Plan Enterprise application via the website that will actually help them customize the portfolio. Has everyone here seen the Smart Plan resources? Go out and play with it. It's a video vignette series that takes you through based on age base, if you're 35, 45, 50, whatever it may be. And it takes you through investing basics. You ask some questions. It's interactive. It's got the fund lineup from your 401k pre-populated in. If you're a moderately aggressive investor, it'll tell you the percentages you should invest in each of the different asset classes. So it's a solution to the DOL issue on can I give investment advice or not. The tool is built inside. So, Mr. and Mrs. Client, is your plan currently built to serve the dynamics of your employee population? People say it might be built that way, we're just not using it. People go out to the website. Our rep comes in once a year, they do a market update, they put a sign-in sheet in the break room, and maybe they'll come meet with somebody, maybe they won't. This is how you're setting the table for future cross-selling opportunities. Your employees deserve a trusted advisor who, number one, what? Listens to what matters to them. Notice how this talks all about employees. I'm making my pitch to the business owner, the executive group. But this plan is all about the employees. The clients you want care about those employees. So you have to cater the attraction and retention program to the individuals it's meant to serve. Here's the transition to cross-sell. Here is why you work with myself and my team of advisors at Mutual of Omaha. Your business. You're the owner of the franchise, right? You own the Minnesota Vikings. I'm a Vikings fan. not a Packers fan, so my allegiance is on the other side of the river.
Skull Vikes.
Retirement plan, that's the best rise I've got all day, from this side of the room. Yeah, bash the Brewers and yay to the Vikings, everyone loves me. So, retirement planning. This is what we do within your company, helping people meet their retirement goals. But what's the next layer behind that? My team brings to the table Mr. and Mrs. Client. We're going to help you consult a continuation planning, succession planning. We bring 107 years of advanced planning team at Mutual of Omaha to the table to help you with your buy-sell planning, your exit strategies, your key employee benefits, your Section 162 plans. Steve mentioned yesterday about testing. Some of these crazy 401ks have limits to how much the highly comp people can put in. I love that. I want my highly comp people to put as much as they can away, but I want them to want to save more. We take that big auto dealership we just got a report. We have 47 people who had to take money out of that plan because they didn't meet the high water testing. Those 47 people went on the calendar. We've sold 11 overfunded IULs in the last month. People that can't put enough away need a place to transition those dollars. It's a non-qualified deferred comp plan, just not funded by the employer. It's funded by their paycheck. These are the services that we provide to you, Mr. Business Owner. Is your current 401k provider helping you with this? Is your current 401k provider, do they make these educational resources available to you? The answer is no. Their Merrill guy's not talking to them about this. The Merrill guy's sitting on the assets, collecting the paycheck, trying to work with the individual assets of the owner. Well, we do. And then guess what else we do? We're going to meet with all those employees we talked about. Look at this wheel, this host. In the other presentation, John, I'm not even going to flip back to that one. It talks about there's 3 segmented markets in every 401k that you work with. There are young families, 22 to 45, 50-year-olds, kids. They look a whole lot like my family. They work somewhere. They have people they care about. They have a machine in the garage that the bucket, the gas tank's not quite full yet. They need your help. Those 35-year-olds making 50 grand a pop, they don't have a huge discretionary income. They're not out there hunting down an individual financial advisor. But they need the most help because they have college funding needs. They have disability supplemental needs. They have voluntary life insurance needs. They need some dental and vision, by the way, because I love that candy story. I'm stealing it. Stealing it. If that vision product is one Reese's, this is the whole bag. It's all in here. All these services. So Mr. and Mrs. Owner, sometimes you're going to come back to me and say, you just want to sell stuff to my employees. Yeah. I help people. And as a byproduct of helping those people, sometimes I have to sell them financial products that help put them in a better position. So Mr. and Mrs. Business Owner, you wouldn't want to put your employees in a better financial position if it didn't cost you anything else. I typically charge $1,500 a pop for someone to sit down and go through a consultation with me. I don't charge that to the individuals within your plan to do a full needs analysis. Is that value added? Here's your transition into the cross-sell. I'm setting this up for our follow-up in the future before the company has even let me bid the plan. Because the 401k, I may not earn it, but they may say, you know what? My plan's at American Funds. If I just leave it at American Funds and allow you to consult on it, can you still provide these services? Yeah. Yeah, I can. I can take over that plan, and I'll go work with all your people, if you don't mind. You set the table early. Providing local consultative approach, partnering with a dependable company. What's working? Mr. and Mrs. Client, I've told you everything that we do. What do you like about what you currently have? Do any of these points impact your plan today? Here's why you need to talk to me. We're going to review it. In order for me to go through a competitive comparison, this is the information that I need to get from you today. Not email it to me, not get it back to me, not, no offense, no leave the app and mail it to me when you're ready. If you want to go through with this comparison, I think we've made a point. I need a copy of your 5500. You're the business owner. Get it out of the file. I need your summary plan description. I need you to log into that website or have your internal benefit person log into that John Hancock website, and I need a printout of all the current investments, how much money is in each of them, so I can go back and give you an independent third-party analysis of 1, 3, 5, and 10-year performance, fee adjusted, and a breakdown of where all those pennies are going. So I know we're going to talk about that report will help you identify number 2 and 3, which is performance and price. Service, you're going to learn from me. Can we do that for you? Is that worth a half hour of your time? And then thank you for the presentation. That tool, what we have found in 401k prospecting, I'm not an expert in 401k. No one ever is. You can be good at it, never an expert. If you're just dipping your toe into the water, I've got 34 young advisors. The grizzly oldest veteran I have on my team, many of you know him as Craig Reiser. Craig is almost 35 years old. Almost. He's been in the business almost 10 years. I mean, he is grizzled. He works hard. And then I got people that are 21, get out of college, 25, and they look at me with that look of the deer in a headlight look. Okay, we're going to go out and prospect 401k. And I'm going to sit in front of this business owner, and that business owner is 55, makes $500,000 a year, and they got $10 million in that plan. What if that business owner asked me how long I've been in the business? They asked me if I shave yet. Why would I trust you with this plan? So what you have to do is you have to take those objections off the table. That's call reluctance. That's marketing reluctance. That's why you work in teams. That's why the FSC or field mentor or senior advisor mentoring young advisor is so important, because you can have the young advisor go in front of that business owner with a package-based presentation, and I can sit down and say, guess what? As we go through this today, you're going to ask me 2 questions. How long have I been in the business, and why you should trust me? Well, you're not just interviewing me today. You're interviewing me and my team of specialists at Mutual of Omaha. I just took the biggest objection that client ever had off the table, put it in my pocket. They can't use it ever again. It's a security blanket, this presentation. It allows you to transition into cross-sell. So, is that valuable? Is that something that you can work with? Does that help you expand upon some of the philosophies behind why we're in it?
So are you willing to share the presentation with us?
Yeah, I already got it to the people. This one right here? Yep, John's got it. So, it's all through compliance, so you're good to go. Consumer friendly. So, with that, I promise you some question and answer time. But 2 success stories. A philosophy behind it. For every dollar that you take over in 401k assets, what we have found, so we got $245 million in 401k assets under management. What we have found in every plan that we win, in the first 12 months that it's on the books, we find a minimum of 10% of the initial balance in outside assets. So in that $35 million plan we took on last year, we uncovered a minimum of $3.5 million of individual assets held outside the plan, old 401ks, old IRAs, non-qualified assets. Majority of that went to managed money and VAs. We wrote the first 6 months that that plan was on the books. The first 6 months we wrote $60,000 of annual life insurance premium spread out throughout the plan. We're currently in the process of bidding their group life and disability package. Because guess what? It was with their health insurance provider and they just went through a big rate increase. So I guess I'll close my back door on that one too. We've got a plan that we learned a lesson with. It's a company called Mechanical Sales. You work in Omaha, so please don't sell our names to other people. It's a company back about 5-6 years ago we took on. It's a large heating and cooling wholesale distributor. Air conditioning units. It was about $3.2 million when we took the plan over. It's currently knocking on the door at $8 million. We did not present or set the table correctly at the point of sale on how to cross-sell. We didn't drag another nickel of ancillary business out of it for about 3 years. We figured out we screwed up. We went back, admitted that we weren't serving their people the way we should. We've been in there on a quarterly basis, doing one-on-ones. They're in Iowa, Minnesota, and Nebraska, and location Kansas City as well. The team's on the road going to see the folks. We just moved, it's about $140,000 in annual premium in the group life and disability, and we're bidding out the buy-sell for the owners, in addition to the ancillary business we found. So if you think about it from a door opening standpoint, if you present it correctly, you can go in and we're not just preaching. Home office came at us for quite a few years. You guys are supposed to find $7 inside of every plan for every one. Where is it? It doesn't happen immediately. It can, but it typically takes a little time to build a relationship within the plan. But you have to lay a level groundwork at the beginning that you will be approaching them on their personal planning needs. So within the plan, I referenced the people in the plan who look like me. You've got people in that plan that are 55 to 65, 70 that are in the transition period to retirement. They need your help. You know how much money they have because most people's largest asset is in the retirement plan. You're going to capture those assets. You're going to keep those assets when they get fired or retired. And then you got the ownership group to work with. If I'm building a marketing day, Derek asked a question yesterday, marketing week. If I want to market 3 days a week in life insurance, where do I get the names to market to life insurance? They're right inside of there. I can market to succession planning on Tuesdays, young families on Mondays, and I can work in the senior marketplace from that pool of 7,000 participants I have within my plan. I want to market to long-term care. I bet I can pull a report of how many people are 55 years and older within those 401ks and go see them. And I know how much money they have. And then I work in retirement planning on Fridays. So with that, it's been a pleasure to share some time with you today. It was a pleasure to share time with you yesterday. I'd like to open it up for any questions that you might have. Yes?
How much of any of that 10% that you find you to move into the plan?
Depends, case specific. We try to, if at all possible, put it into individually managed accounts.